All right, so a lot of people ask me, Alex, how do you make content for your barbershop? And I'm going to answer that question in this video because I think content is extremely important. Although I don't think it is not my preferred way of getting clients, because I think it's more of a long-term strategy for getting clients. Like posting content today is probably not going to get you clients right away. Like you might get lucky. Maybe your content just takes off and just instantly starts getting clients. I just don't think that's the reality for most people. So if you're wondering why your content's not working, I think that's just normal, right? It's very rare that you start posting videos and automatically start getting clients, right? For most people, including us, like it starts taking time, right? And I'm actually going to explain why that is in this video. Okay, so I'm going to cover the two strategies that we have right now, which only two, for making content for our barbershop. And then after that, I'm going to get into some advanced tips for you barbershop owners, or for those of you that are maybe on or start doing the first two strategies, and you want even more tips to get more out of it. I'm going to cover that towards the end of this video. So what are the two strategies that we do at our barbershop when it comes to making content? The first strategy, which any one of y'all can do, is organic, right? This is just, you're not spending any money here. You're just shooting a video or taking a photo and posting it, okay? So that's what I'm going to start with. So our strategy is actually quite a bit different, I think, than most barbershops and barbers that you see, although I think it's becoming more common. I love things that you do the work once and it pays you back forever, right? So that's why I love content in general, the idea of content. But I hate, for example, that you post something on TikTok, you post something on Instagram, and after a few weeks, maybe a few months, if you're lucky, nobody ever sees that video again. So that sucks, right? Because we put a lot of time and effort and sometimes money into making these videos just for it to like never get seen again. And if you're having somebody help you, if you're paying somebody to help you make this content, that kind of sucks, right? You spent money just for it to not ever get seen again. And I do think this is the equivalent of maybe like passing out flyers and stuff. Like it might bring you clients, but after those flyers get thrown away, it's like the only way for it to get work again is to get more flyers, spend more money, right? So the thought that I had, this actually started in 2020. Our barbershop, because of COVID, right, had to shut down just like everybody else in the country, right? And so that sucked, right? So I was looking for other ways that we could make money. And in doing my research, I saw that YouTube was a way that a lot of people are making money, right? Obviously, like YouTube is not a new thing. Even in 2020, it wasn't new. But I was like, oh, wow. So we can actually make videos for the barbershop and eventually get paid for that, which I'll get into later. But I fell in love with the idea of making YouTube videos back in 2020, basically, when we had nothing better to do. So we just started filming videos, and some of the videos took off. And that's how I was like, oh, okay, I think there's something here, right? Because the cool thing about YouTube is that some of those early videos that we make, if you go to my barbershop's channel, it's just House of Shaves Barbershop, some of those videos are still getting views, and we're in 2026. Those videos are 6 years old. Can you think of any content that you posted 6 years ago that's still getting likes and views on like Instagram? Probably not, unless you have like some stalker, right? That's going through all your stuff. The reality is, in most scenarios, when you post something organically, right, to most platforms, nobody is ever going to see it again after a few weeks or a few months, right? Maybe a few years if you're lucky. Where with YouTube is Google. Google owns YouTube. So anytime somebody types something into Google, there's actually a chance that your video can show up. So that's why I like YouTube. But the most important reason why I think YouTube has a huge advantage over other social media platforms is because of the time, right? So there's been studies done on this, multiple studies. You guys can Google it, put it into your favorite AI software. Just ask how much content do they need to consume from you before they are likely to give you a try. When I asked that question, it said a minimum of half an hour up to 7 hours before somebody's like, you know what? I'm going to give that barber a try. So think about it this way. If somebody needs to consume, let's say on the low end, a half hour of content from you just to meet the minimum to give you a try, how many videos, how many social media clips would that take to hit that? The answer is it would take somewhere between 60 to 120 short videos, Reels, TikToks, YouTube Shorts, for somebody to finally consider giving you a try. This is on average, right? For some people, it might be more, and that's also the minimum. That's just half an hour, right? So what is easier to do? Make 60 to 120 shorts to hit that 30-minute mark? Or you could do that with 2 or 3 YouTube videos, right? So obviously YouTube, in my opinion, you get way more bang for your buck, right? Because you can hit that minimum 30-minute threshold that's required for somebody to start building trust with you, to maybe consider trusting you with their hair, in as little as 2 to 3 YouTube videos. But you also don't have to choose either, right? Which we'll get into some advanced tips later. But YouTube videos, if structured correctly, can turn into shorts. So you can actually take one recording and turn it into enough content for a whole month. Like we've done that before. We've shown up, we've filmed a video, and we've had 30 shorts pre-planned before we hit record. And now we got a month's worth of content from probably about an hour of filming, maybe 2. So YouTube is very powerful in that sense. Like it shows up on Google, people spend more time with you, so they trust you more. And you can also get short videos to use on social media from YouTube. And the cool thing is, when your channel becomes large enough, it took us about 2 years for context to get monetized. But once your channel gets large enough, you can actually start making money from YouTube, which with a lot of these other platforms, I think is much harder to make money from content. Like the standards, like the amount of followers you need, the amount of subscribers, is so much higher on every other platform versus YouTube. I mean, it's changing all the time, but right now I think it's like you need 1,000 subscribers and then some watch time, and then you can start making money, right? Now, what we make from YouTube doesn't even come close to covering the cost of making the videos, but it's not like for nothing either. Like we're also getting clients from it. So if you think about it, when your channel becomes large enough, you can actually get paid to advertise when you post a YouTube video. And because it's harder, right? I like doing things that are hard for some reason, right? I like doing things that where there's very little competition. Chances are most of your competition, most of the barbershops in your area are not making YouTube videos because it's harder. Right? It's a lot harder than taking a photo or making just a quick video for social media. And you can do both when you start with a YouTube video first. So that's basically our strategy, is that we always start with a YouTube video. That is we optimize everything we do for our YouTube channel. And I should put the caveat out there that this is for people that don't have a lot of resources, which I think is most of you watching this video. Most of you guys don't have the whole marketing team. You don't have like videographers, editor. You're probably trying to do this yourself, right? So this is going to be relevant, I think, for most of you guys, because the way we do our content now is the way I think most people probably should start out with. Like as your business gets bigger, as you get more people to help you with this, then you can start using some of the advanced tools that we'll talk about later. But the cool thing is like you only have to film once, and you can have enough content for a week, a month, or more, right? And like I mentioned earlier, like YouTube videos live forever. The videos we posted 5-6 years ago are still some of our top performing videos. So the chances of people seeing the photo you posted years ago on social media, seeing them now is probably not good, right? Another cool thing is that, and this is actually one of the things that I used to convince myself the YouTube videos were worth it, is that we can use these as a training tool. So let's say, for example, you film a video and it doesn't turn out well, right? Either it was you did the haircut, or you're filming somebody else, or maybe the haircut turned out good, but the video was blurry or out of focus or lighting sucked, whatever, right? You can still use that video. Like it wasn't a waste of time. right? As long as you're getting better, really, it's never a waste of time. Maybe you can't use it as a public video to share and try to get clients, but you can use it as a training tool. Like, we've recorded videos of some of our barbers, our past barbers, nobody that works for us now, that the haircut just didn't turn out that good, right? I've done videos where I wasn't happy with the way the haircut looked at the end, so I didn't post it. But instead of just deleting the video, you can use it as a training tool, right? You can sit down with the barber or watch it yourself and be like, where did I mess up here? It's like watching the game tape. And this is one of the things that I cover. I have a whole course in my community about how to cut hair faster. That's just one of the tips that I give. But watching the game tape footage is one of the best ways that you can get really better as a barber in general. But also, if you're looking to shorten your haircut times, record yourself, right? And then watch it back. And then if the haircut turned out well, post it. Post it on YouTube. The other cool way that you can use YouTube is, like, not every video has to be public. You know, like, some of our training is on our YouTube channel because I just see it as like a free way to store videos. So some of our training videos are on our YouTube channel as just a private video that nobody can see except unless they have the link, which usually only the people that work at our shop have access to those videos. So that's why I like YouTube. That's why we always start with YouTube, because from YouTube, all of the other content that we post is born, okay? Because when we film a video, you know, we get the whole video, the whole horizontal video, right? And then we chop it up, turn it into clips, and then we also get pictures from it, right? Because we have to have pictures for the thumbnail, or you could do a screen grab, but pictures usually are better. But you have to, at least I would recommend making a thumbnail if you're going to post a YouTube video. The pictures that you take for the thumbnail can also be used for just, if you just want to post a picture. So from one piece, one bit of work, you can get a YouTube video, shorts to post on all your social media channels, and photos, which you can use photos for more than just social media, by the way. I think a lot of barbers don't realize that instead of just posting photos on social media, you can also post them on Google. You can post them on Yelp. You can post them on Pinterest. You can put them on your website. There's a lot. There's a lot you can do with photos. If you're not posting to Google regularly, think of Google as like the last stop that people will see before they end up booking at your shop. Right, so just like people want to see usually that you're active on your social media channel, people also want to see that you're active on Google. So we also post like on our Google pages. We also regularly add photos to our Yelp pages, right, and every other platform that people can find us on. So I don't think that you should just be thinking about how do I make content for social media is the point. Think about how you can get this content and share it everywhere. Omnipresence is my strategy. I want to be everywhere. So when we make a video, when we make a YouTube video, we share it to every single platform. Just for example, here's some of the ones that we post to. So we make a single video, which we share that to YouTube, right? And you can even share 10-minute long, or I think even hour-long videos now on TikTok. You can also post videos on Facebook, right? You can put them wherever you want. But for us, YouTube is the focus, right? It starts with that. When we take clips from the content, from the YouTube videos, those clips go to YouTube Shorts. Don't forget about YouTube Shorts. Arguably, I think TikTok and YouTube Shorts are probably the biggest opportunity to grow your audience right now. I don't think a lot of barbers even think about YouTube Shorts, but think of YouTube Shorts is also like Google, right? When you type something into Google now, chances are you're probably going to start seeing shorts as well as YouTube video in the search results. You can take the same videos too. You don't have to edit a different video for every channel. Like we take the same damn video, the same one, completely, nothing is different. And it goes to YouTube Shorts, it goes to Facebook Reels, it goes to Instagram Reels, and it goes to TikTok. I think we also post on X, Pinterest. For photos, we post them on Google. So you can share these videos almost anywhere that allows you to share videos, right? So I think it's a mistake to make content and only share it on one channel. because we've had examples. You can go to our channel and see that I'm not lying about this. We've had the same video that we posted on TikTok got 4 million plus views, right? The same exact video that we posted on Instagram got like a few thousand. So and I don't know why, but some videos do so much better on certain platforms than they do on others. So that is my biggest argument, that you're missing a huge opportunity if you're not sharing the videos that you make to every single platform, right? It doesn't cost really any time. And some of you guys asked me what software I use to post these videos. I use Social Pilot, right? So we take one video, I put it into Social Pilot, and then I check the boxes for the platforms that I want it to share to, and then it does it automatically. It schedules it. So, we've been posting consistently on all of our channels for, I don't know, ever since we started doing this, years, right? But it takes some planning, right? It takes some effort, and you want to stay ahead of it so that you never run out of content. And right now we just shoot for posting one video a day to every platform. If you think about the volume of content, I mean, that's like several hundreds of videos per month if you count every single platform. And another cool thing about being omnipresent, right? Another big argument for sharing the videos that you make for every platform. You guys remember last year, or I think it was 2 years ago, where TikTok got banned, right? So when TikTok got banned, we were like, so what? Because some of you guys like have only one channel, only one way of getting clients. For us, I mean, TikTok is just like another way, but we're not dependent on TikTok. So when you post your content to every single channel, you're not dependent now on just one way of getting clients. If that platform gets deplatformed like TikTok did, or if it maybe crashes or whatever, like you have all these other ways that you can get clients. So take your videos and share them everywhere, right? And then the cool thing about with YouTube in particular, YouTube Shorts specifically, is that when you post a short, you can actually link the video, the related video that short came from. So if somebody comes across your short, they're just scrolling through YouTube on the Shorts feed, and they see a video that they like and they want to watch the full thing, they can click on the link and it takes them to the full video. And then you get ad revenue from it, and then maybe a potential client, like if that client lives in your area. So we actually do get clients from YouTube. It's not a lot, but it's more than zero, right? And it just doesn't take any more work to post on YouTube versus all the other platforms in terms of the shorts, right? But we always start with the YouTube video. So that's basically our entire organic strategy. The YouTube video is the focus, right? From there, we create clips from that video. And then we also get photos and screen grabs from the video to share as photos on our social media. Now, strategy number 2 is that because ads are my favorite way of getting clients, and I actually have a whole meta ads course where I share the best performing ads that have worked for our shop, as well as how to set up and run ads for your own shop. Ads are my favorite way of getting clients because it's fast, right? With YouTube or with every social media platform, you have to just kind of hope until you figure it out. Really, in the beginning, you're just guessing. You just hope that a potential client sees this ad or sees this piece of content. But with ads, you can guarantee that they're going to see it, right? So you can either hope and pray that somebody comes across your social media profile and books an appointment with you, or you can run an ad, spend some money, and basically guarantee the reach, right? Because really the way social media works, from what I understand, is that that video has to perform well in order for more people to see it. But if it doesn't perform well, nobody's going to see it, right? With ads, they don't care how good your video is. As long as you're paying that platform to show the content, it's going to show the content, and it's going to keep charging you until you decide to turn the ad off, right? So this is our second strategy, which is a little bit newer, but it's been extremely effective, which we also now create videos specifically for ads. Right, so these are completely separate. These aren't repurposed from a YouTube video, although we have ran clips from YouTube videos as ads and have done well. Now we specifically make videos for ads. So we pay a professional videographer to come in, film videos for us. He makes them look beautiful. It's 4K. It's got the music, whatever. These videos are not meant to get reach in terms of like, I don't give a shit about views and watch time and likes and followers when it comes to making ads. Because these videos, I know they're going to get reach because I'm going to put money behind it, right? Usually about once a month, we have a videographer come in and we make videos specifically for ads. Usually it's about 4 to 5 videos that he makes when he comes in, films the ads. And for us, that's enough for a month, right? And sometimes longer, because if the ad's crushing it, then I don't want to mess with that. We just keep the ad going, and then eventually it starts to like, dip in performance, and then we replace it with a new video, right? You'd be surprised too. Like one of the comments I get all the time is like, man, you guys are so good with social media, from new clients that are coming in the shop. And I'm like, that was probably an ad that they saw, right? Because you can guarantee, because the way our ads are set up is like, if you're a guy in Jacksonville and they're within a certain radius of our shop, at some point they're going to see our ad, right? And chances are they wouldn't like normally organically come across our profile unless they were specifically looking for a barbershop. So we basically interrupt their feed with an ad, and they're like, oh, this place is cool, I'm gonna go check them out. So like I said, we make videos specifically for ads using a professional videographer. But if you don't have the money to pay a videographer, you can also, if you want to just start with what you got, take some of your organic content, especially the ones that did well without putting any money behind it, and you can try running those as an ad. The way we do that is we just take the same video, maybe add a little hook, a little CTA, call to action at the end that says book online, so that it looks more like an ad. But we've done that before, where we take a video that's already, we know this one already performs well because it performed well organically without even spending money on it. And then we just re-edited it to make it look more like an ad, and then we ran it as an ad. But in my experience, when you make videos specifically for ads, they tend to do better than repurposing like organic content. But it's definitely okay to, if you don't feel like hiring a videographer, it's definitely okay to try that. So that's our 2 strategies for content. All of our content starts with YouTube first. That's actually our biggest platform. We have, as of filming this video, we're approaching like 16,000 subscribers, which, I mean, is not like huge, but it's bigger than every other platform we have, and it pays us, which no other platform that we're on pays us. So that's why I like YouTube. Oh, another cool thing that you can do, which actually this is going to be an advanced tip, so let's just get into the advanced tips. So when you're filming the YouTube videos, this takes some practice, right? And if you guys notice, sometimes I try to do this during these calls where it's like, oh, this can be a short, so I purposely say something in a way so that when I go to edit this later and pull clips from it, because I do the same stuff with my own channel. I start with a YouTube video and then I pull clips from it, and that ends up on my social media. This takes some practice though, because you're going to suck at this probably like I did and sometimes still do when I'm making content. But it's helpful to come prepared before you hit record with the clips that you want to pull from the video. Like chances are, if you know the haircut you're about to do, if you know the client, you know all the steps that you're going to have to do the haircut. So just when you get to that point, just make sure you do it in a way to where that's a usable clip for later on in the video, okay? Like I mentioned earlier, we filmed a video one time. We had 30 shorts pre-planned before we hit record. So with one video, we got a month's worth of content. Some of those videos that we pulled from that YouTube video ended up getting several million views. So that's another strong argument to be prepared prior to filming. You might just get lucky and just be totally unprepared and your videos just do well. But in my experience, if you want the videos to do well, you have to plan for them to do well. So research the topics that people are searching for, because all of our videos are targeted towards search. That's why our videos get views even years later, because we want to target concepts, ideas, search terms that people are going to be looking for years from now. So come prepared with some of the shorts you want to pull from the video, and then with practice, this will get easier. By the way, podcasts have been doing this for years. So the podcast clips you guys see on social media, you can do the same thing with barber videos. Start with a long form video for those people that like to watch that. And then you cut it up and turn it into shorts for social media. So my biggest tip, and this may be a little controversial, but try not to show the barbers' faces in the video. So why is that? Well, for example, some barbers are super shy or super self-conscious, right? And they don't want to see themselves on camera. So you will probably find, although some of you might find this hard to believe, not everybody wants to be on camera. Not everybody wants to be promoted. So they will be more likely to say yes. But some of these barbers are super talented, and they probably should be like promoted, right? Because their skills are really good. So I think that you'll have an easier time convincing barbers to do content for you if you could show them like, hey, we're just going to show your hands, what your hands are doing, right? And then that'll make them feel better about it, right? Another tip for why you don't want to have the faces in the video is that eventually these barbers are going to leave, right? Hopefully they don't. Maybe they will never leave you. But I'm just saying, especially if you're having a videographer come in, film ads, and you're spending hundreds if not thousands of dollars to make this content, in my mind, you should be able to use that content for as long as you damn well want, right? But the problem is, if you have the barbers' faces in the video, then you can't use it after they leave, right? Or at least it will be much harder. It'll be kind of awkward. Like, why are they using a barber that got fired, right? Or quit? So this is just another strong argument, I think, as to why you want to try to avoid showing the barbers' faces in the video. Just show the hands. Like, it's okay if you don't want to do this too, that's fine, right? Like, but I'm just telling you the hard way. I learned this the hard way. As soon as that barber leaves, you're probably not going to be able to use that content anymore. So I don't know about you, but I want to be able to use this content forever. So if you film it in a way where their face doesn't show up that much, then you can use the videos forever, right? So most of the ads we run, I show examples in my Skool community, in the ads course that I have, that most of the ads that we run don't have a barber's face in it. Does it show up sometimes? Maybe real quick, right? But I really want, when potential clients are watching the videos, to focus on the work that's being done, not the barber. The barbers will come and go, but the videos, I want them to live forever. And then another thing though, is this I also think it's a mistake, because I learned this. I don't think if you're the barbershop owner, you should be in every single video to promote your barbershop. Because what is that going to mean? Like, if every single person that sees that video, most likely they're going to want to go to you as the barbershop owner. And if you have other barbers working for you, right, that doesn't help them. So in most of the videos that we make, most of the ads that we make, I'm not in every single video. Now, if I feel like it's going to help the video do well, I will be in the video, right? I'll show my face. But in most of the ads we run, I prefer not to be in the video, at least not show my face. It might be my voice, it might be my hands, but it's because I specifically don't want every single new client to want to book with me, because that doesn't help my barbers at all. What's the point of me being in an ad to grow my barbershop if only every new client wants to book with me? That doesn't make sense. That doesn't help them. It doesn't even help me, right? Because I'm already busy. I can't really handle any more clients anyways. So I want my team to get busy. So this is why I specifically try to avoid being in the videos of the ads and the content that we make, right? We also try to rotate the barbers, all right? So you don't have to have every single barber in your shop willing to make content. We don't. There's probably only like 2 or 3 people at each one of my shops that are like willing to be on camera. But I actually think that's a good thing. But I think as long as you have like a good rotation of barbers, at least this is the theory that I have, is like when somebody watches our stuff, our videos, our channel, I don't want them to see the same barber over and over again, right? For the same reason I just mentioned with me not wanting to be in the videos, which is that like they're just going to want to go to that barber, right? When somebody comes across our channel, I want them to have one thought in their mind, which is everybody there is good. Because if you're showing different barbers in different videos doing different haircuts on different clients, then it's also going to appeal to different types of clients, right? You're going to have clients that like, oh yeah, that guy looks like his hair looks like mine, right? Or that barber looks like a barber that I trust, right? So I think it's a good idea to have some diversity in the barbers that you're showing and in the clients that you're showing as well. Here's another tip that it's not even on here, but I'm gonna give to you guys. You I think want to think about your best clients, right? Think about, which in our case is, I think in most barbershops cases, are people that come in frequently and that get more than just a haircut. So for example, in our barbershop, a guy that gets a haircut and a beard trim once a month is twice as valuable as somebody who just gets a haircut once a month. So in most of the content that we make, especially ads, we are specifically trying to put a guy on camera that gets a haircut and a beard trim because we want more clients like that. So you have to think about that when you're creating your content, is whatever you put out, you're going to get more of. So if you don't like doing skin fades, for example, then don't just post only skin fades, because guess what you're going to get more of? You're going to get more skin fades. Right? If you want more scissor cuts, then post more scissor cuts. If you want more easy, like number 3 on the side haircuts, then post more of those. Whatever you post, you're going to get more of, because people that get that style are going to trust you to do it the same thing on them, right? So think about that and be purposeful when you're choosing the clients, the models, the ones that are getting the haircuts in your videos, is that you want to put stuff out there that's going to attract more people like them. Don't post haircuts that you don't like to do or that you're not good at, right? Because you're going to get more of them. Doesn't really make sense, right? Another cool way that we have figured out how to use, this is another advanced tip, our YouTube videos, is that we actually have it embedded in our service descriptions. So I've never seen anybody do this before, but in our software, we have the ability to like embed a YouTube video as a link. If you go to our website and you go to book an appointment, we actually have links to YouTube videos in some of the services that we do. We don't have a video for every service we do yet, but in probably most of the services that are on our menu, there is a YouTube video that goes along with it. Because I was like, oh, we have all these videos. What if we could show clients like what comes with the service? Rather than just like describing it with some words, like we'll have the words and we'll show them a video, right? I don't know anybody else is doing that, but that's one of the things, another way that you can use these YouTube videos and even like social media clips, right? And then here's another advanced tip. This is something that we may start experimenting with. This is something that I'm literally doing right now, is getting 4 types of content from one piece of work. So how do we do that? So first we start with a live video, like what I'm doing right now, right? A live, completely unedited video. From there, it turns into a short, edited, compact, valuable YouTube video. So I'm going to take what I'm doing right now, I'm going to edit all this, and I'm going to make it into a nice, edited with visuals and everything on the screen YouTube video. And then from the YouTube video, I'll pull clips from it, right? And those will turn into social media clips. And then, well, this is not the case here, but if I were filming a haircut, I would want to make sure I took before and after photos. Have really limited resources, right? Which I think is most of us. I think it's probably makes sense to cater the content to each platform. We don't do that right now. We post the same exact video to each platform. But as you get more advanced, I've heard people that are way ahead of me do this, is you want to cater the content. Maybe like this video is going to be edited specifically for TikTok. This one's going to be edited specifically for Instagram, and so on, right? But that comes way later. We might never end up doing that, but I think that comes with resources. Like you obviously going to spend a lot more time editing. So if you have the time and money, do it. If not, I think it's perfectly fine to use the same video for each platform. So that's basically the entire content strategy for my barbershop. We always start with a YouTube video. We take clips from that, and then we make ads. We also post the ads as organic content, but that's mainly just because why not? You can also take the videos that you make specifically for ads and post it as organic content. why not? They're beautiful videos. So why would I just only run those for ads and then nobody ever sees it again after I turn the ad off? So we post the same organic video, same ads as organic content as well to our channel. And then the advanced tips that I shared, implement those when the time comes. This video was just meant to answer the question of, Alex, how do you make content for your shop? That's exactly how we do it. So hopefully you found that helpful.